What's up, guys? International Stacker here. Thank you for coming to my channel. If you're not a subscriber, please hit that subscribe, smash like, help me beat the YouTube censorship, especially on videos like these. Why the government and all governments want you to have cryptos. Let's get into it right now, and for the old days, let's roll the long intro. Let's go. One stacker on a journey to find silver. International Stacker. All right, guys, well, let's get into it. But yeah, this is my channel here. Please subscribe. Like 70% of you are not. Look, you're missing like chemical, biological, radiological stuff, pirates on the Nile, mountains of junk silver, African markets. I mean, come check this out. I promise you're gonna enjoy it. And please support me and smash that like. And if you really want to, join the Crustacean Nation with this button right here. But first, I want to give a big shout out to the sponsor of this video, Gold Royalty Corp. A big thank you to them. They're a growing precious metals company, and they did sponsor this video. Now let's get into it. Ladies and gentlemen, something disturbing happened not more than a day, 2 days, 3 days ago. And if you just type in Fed digital dollar, you're going to find 34.5 million results of story after story talking about the possibility of the Federal Reserve developing their own digital dollar, or in essence, their own cryptocurrency. Now, I know many of you, including myself, have expected this for quite some time, but it's actually happening. And what better time to do it than after a major worldwide pandemic? Never let a good crisis go to waste, right, guys? Okay, so this all started a few days ago, and I mean started in recent time. You know, there's been murmurs and rumors and stuff in the past, but Janet Yellen was talking about a possible digital dollar overseen by the Fed and really alluded to the fact that it would be a crypto. And there was actually a Senate hearing, I believe, a couple days ago where Chairman Jerome Powell literally said that they're committed to solving technology problems to support a digital dollar, and that this is something that they are investing time and labor right across the Fed Reserve System to look at. Now, why is that dangerous? Digital dollar project? What the heck? Why is this dangerous? And why do I think the government wants you to have a crypto? Couple basic reasons. One, most of these cryptos run off a ledger system, okay? A blockchain ledger system, which means thousands and if not hundreds of thousands of nodes have every transaction on them, like Bitcoin, right? So it's anonymous until somebody finds out your wallet address. Once they find out your wallet address, they can literally see every single transaction you ever made. But yes, there's a lot of currencies out there that are private and decentralized. You can use those. You don't have to use the new Fed coin that's going to come out. Really? Really? In a country that's willing to go to war around the world to secure our paper dollar, or what's called the petrodollar, you think that they won't come out and say, oh, well, these cryptos are illegal. If you use them, you're going to be prosecuted. And yeah, you might still be able to use them, but it's going to be harder to use them. And if you get caught, you're going to get busted. And there's going to be all kinds of quick ways with algorithms to find and try to track people down. Now, in the past, with the gold confiscation, like only one person was actually prosecuted, I believe, and I think they got like a slap on the wrist, right? It was hard back then to really push in something physical that you could hide under your bed, on a floorboard, in the back of your yard, under the gazebo, wherever you want to put it, in the pond next to old Bessie the giant catfish. I don't care. Back then you could hide it. It would be really hard for them to come in your house and take it from you, but it would not be hard to come up with an algorithm, search people who are using a certain protocol for whatever crypto they're using, and try to stop it. What's another reason that governments, I believe, want cryptos or digital dollar currency? Maximum taxation. Maximum taxation. Every transaction you do would be taxed. You go to a garage sale to buy something at a garage sale, it could be taxed. And technically, you're supposed to pay tax at garage sales. If you're selling stuff, you're supposed to pay tax. But everything you do or want to do would be taxed. Furthermore, the government would know every single thing you buy, your buying habits, your patterns. Not saying you're doing anything wrong, but big invasion of your privacy. Whatever happened to privacy? Max taxation on everything. And that's something even a Boston Tea Party 2.0 couldn't stop, I'm afraid. And then third, maximum control. You know, I joked in the past in a video, but it's like, you know, if you did not agree with something you wanted to protest, you know, they could say, oh, this protest is unlawful, or it's a form of domestic terrorism, or whatever they want to call it, and they're going to shut it down. You know, you go to that sector, and you might not be able to pull any currency out of an ATM. Oh, wait, there are no ATMs because it's a digital currency. So you go there to use your phone. Meep, meep, meep. Transactions disabled in Sector 9. You know what I'm saying? Your funds could be locked out. And imagine this. You go to a protest. So imagine the people that went to the D.C. Protest that happened. And, you know, now they're hunting down people, and people are getting in trouble for things they did or didn't do, whatever. But imagine that you were just in D.C. that day. You were no part of that. And they see you're in D.C. and now you're under investigation. And until the investigation's complete, your funds are locked. You were detected in Sector 9. You know what I'm saying? Just crazy stuff can happen. Crazy stuff could happen. And what do I mean by that? Maximum control. Now, it might work perfectly. It might go great. There might not be any issues. But eventually you're going to get somebody in a position of power that does make it an issue. And do you really want that power to be in somebody's hands where they control all of your physical labor? That's all currency is. It's to pay people, to compensate people for their labor. You work 30 minutes, you work an hour, you get this much, right? And the thing with dollars, paper currency, what's called fiat currency, just to let it be, is it's worth nothing intrinsically. It's just paper. But gold and silver actually lock up and save your hard work, your blood, sweat, and tears. It saves that energy into a metal now. Ah, yes. When the digital dollar comes and cryptos take over, there's going to not be a need for gold and silver anymore because everyone's just going to use the digital currency. To me, that's the most ridiculous statement ever. What do you think people are going to pay with when they want to buy things off the market? What if all of a sudden they come out and they say, you can't buy this, you can't buy that, you can only buy this on Thursdays, you can only buy steak 2 days a week, you can only buy 20 rounds of ammo a month. Like, I'm just making up ridiculous things, but it's possible. And what do you think people are going to pay with? They're going to trade things, they're going to barter, and the one actual money that's been around for thousands of years. Nothing else has a history like gold and silver. As Lynette Zhang says, you have to protect yourself with the shield, and shields are made out of metal. And for me, that's gold and silver. And just to prove this point in, back when this whole pandemic happened, whether you think it's real or not, but back when this beer flu started, March 2nd, 2020, silver was $16.82. Go look at the spot price right now. What is the spot price? Spot price of silver is $27.55 right now. That's a 39% increase from a little over a year ago. 39%. Gold on March 1st, 2020, or 2nd, I mean, was $1,564. Now it's $1,881. That's a 17% increase just in a little over a year. Are you kidding me? I'm stacking both myself. Now, please, I want you all to know, and it's the disclaimers below, but I'm definitely not a financial advisor. I'm some guy that loves to travel the world, loves to collect gold and silver. I literally work in emergency management and help governments prepare for disasters. That's what I do. But yeah, I'm not a financial advisor, so your decisions are yours and yours alone. But I'm stacking both. And I believe they're going to continue to be needed as currency, as stores of wealth. And I always get the comment, well, she can't use gold and silver during an SHTNF scenario. Yeah, they're not. That's not what they're meant for. Like, I think you can probably barter some silver dimes or something, but gold and silver is meant to get your buying power, your currency, your wealth through to the other side of any kind of major issue, major disruptor, major disaster. Not to trade in the middle of it for 3 chickens. Although you might have that opportunity. But even if tomorrow gold and silver stopped having any monetary monetary use. People didn't want coins. People didn't want to collect it. Central banks stopped stacking it, and central banks are, the market says it's old, it's archaic, but why are central banks stacking gold at crazy rates? That's interesting. So even if the monetary value of it collapsed, it's still needed for industry. Silver's the best conductor of electricity. It's in solar panels, electric vehicles, medical equipment, water purification. Gold's used in high-end electrical work. We're pushing into space. More gold's going to be needed for that. Anyways, I digress. I've beat that with a dead horse. But think about it, folks. I started out in cryptos. I still have cryptos, but I'm heavy gold and silver. But I started out in cryptos before I found out about metals. I still play with them, but to me, it's a casino. To me, it could get totally locked down, just like my XRP crypto is locked because the FEC has some sort of case going with it. You could go on and you can't use that crypto anymore. So just think about it, guys. Am I saying cryptos are evil? No. I think there's a lot of opportunities in currency or money that could be made that could be turned into gold and silver, but I think it's dangerous to hold a large amount in it indefinitely. Now, the whole reason I can make cool videos traveling the world, and the whole reason I can give you guys the Mega GA, the Mega GA is coming. GA stands for GAW giveaway. I've given away multiple kilos of silver in the past, gold, etc. But the reason I can do that is because my sponsor. So a big shout out to this video sponsor again, the Gold Royalty Corporation. And Here's my opinion with the Gold Royalty Corporation. And you guys know I've been looking for mining companies and things because I'm thinking about if gold and silver do really well, that should translate to precious metals companies and mining companies, etc. So I've really been looking into miners, but I found something interesting in a different type of company. So this company here, and just like anything, I think leadership's super important with this stuff. So their chairman is also the chairman of Gold Mining Incorporated, also the CEO of Uranium Energy Corp. If you guys missed my video on uranium, it's like 8-bat. Go watch it. You're going to love it. And he's the CEO of Uranium Royalty Corp. It's Mr. Amir Adnani, and I know that name well, spending so much time in the Middle East. But during the summer of 2020, Mr. Adnani and Gold Mining Incorporated announced the formation of a new wholly owned subsidiary called Gold Royalty Corp. Now, this is a very unique company in how they work. So most companies I've looked at in the past are actually miners, right? They operate in the gold space, mining, drilling, whatever. This one's very different. It's focused on royalty and streaming, and it's an entirely different way to really capture possible upsides of mining activity, right? So what the heck does that freaking mean? What the heck is a royalty and a stream? Well, royalties are, and if you go to their website here, and you actually go here, one of these links here, it tells you what it is. Yeah, royalty and streaming 101. But what royalties are, it's a payments to a royalty holder by a property owner or project operator. Royalties are typically based on a percentage of minerals produced and revenues or profits generated from the property. Similarly, streams are physical commodity purchase agreements. So in exchange for upfront deposit and ongoing payments for metal delivered, the holder purchases all of a portion of one or more metals produced from a mine at an agreed upon price. So, not like the miners we've looked at in the past, guys, completely different thing. So basically, royalty and streaming companies don't have to mine gold for themselves. Instead, they're focusing on projects that they like the most. So they could look at projects going on around the world and go, oh, that looks interesting. And they can get in on it. And you can see here, they're involved with 18 royalty assets, 12 projects in 5 countries. They all range between 5 and 2% royalty rate. Now, what is the NSR? So NSR stands for net smelter returns, and that's basically, it's based on the value of production or net proceeds received by the operator from a smelter refinery. So they're averaging on each one between 0.5 to 2%. Look at this, 11.6 measured MOZs. Oh man, I don't even freaking know what an MOZ is. I stack and try ounces. But look, here's our different projects. And here's something I do like. You know, we all think a major crisis is coming. We all think cleaning technologies are going to continue to increase. And look, like this one here, they've got gold, silver, and copper. Gold, silver, copper. So I like that a lot of these projects have, oh, excuse me, different metals available. Okay. So back to really talking about this company. You know, for years, I think everyone's thought that there's a looming reserve crisis that's going to be an issue in the whole market. And there's also been issues with the gold market in the past and silver market and how it's mined and issues and with different parts of the world. And I think the use case for gold and silver stacking is only going to continue to increase. Most people don't even know about it. Think of 1% of investment funding went to gold and silver. Just think about that. I don't know. Sorry. I digress. Let me get back into this. Let me tell you a few key stats about this company, Gold Royalty Corp, that I do like. So it's portfolio size. Look at what it has there. It represents millions of ounces in gold equivalent, literally around the world. They've got a strong team. So David Garofalo, I messed up your name. I'm sorry. But he's the chairman and CEO and the former president or the former CEO of Gold Corp until it merged with Newmont in 2019. Former president and CEO of Hubei Minerals. Maybe that's what I should do, guys. I'm just going to start my own mining company, I think. Yeah, that would be sick. If I start my own mine, who wants to come work in my mine? I'll pay you with Hot Pockets. Their chief development officer, he was the former head of Bank of America's metals and mining investment banking. Pretty cool. You know, they've got a lot of hot shots on here. So their CFO is Josephine Mann. Alistair Steele is their director of technical services, so on and so forth. And they have a very experienced group of directors. And here's Amir right here, Adinani, the gentleman we're speaking about earlier. A couple more things I do like about this company is that it's spread out around the world. So again, they're in 5 different countries, which includes the USA, Canada, Brazil. Oh man, this is testing my geography. Colombia and Peru, or is that Peru and that's Colombia? I think I got it mixed up. But anyways, you know what I'm saying. And again, their metals include gold, copper, and silver mineralization, which I like. One thing that the company says, and I found this somewhere on their website, they believe that Gold Royalty Corp is in a rock solid capital position and that the company has the most cash on hand in its peer group. So there are other competitors and runners up, but this company here has over $84 million on hand. So I don't know, guys. I just wanted to look at different companies. You know, I'm talking about miners, but it seems like this one can benefit from the mining, but doesn't have as much exposure. You know, 0.5 to 2%. I don't know. What do you guys think? Are you sticking only with gold and silver? Are you doing gold and silver and cryptos and you're like, you know what, it might be a little bit sketchy, but I'm just going to roll with it? Are you doing gold, silver, cryptos, and some mining stocks? Are you thinking about companies like this? Are you in the uranium market? If so, let's eat some yellow cake together. Anyways, guys, let me know what you think, what you're thinking, what you're doing. I want to know. I want to learn from you. I've been stacking gold and silver forever, but, you know, I'm looking at expanding my horizons. But I do think there's trouble ahead in the entire world. So whatever we choose to do, whatever you choose to do your research, tread lightly, and carry a big stick. That's another famous quote, by the way. All right, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video. Oh, look at this. 4-week emergency food. My Patriot Supply. No, go to preparewithis.com. That is just a shameless plug. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Congrats to everybody who's been stacking with me for a long time. Guys, we were buying silver together at $14 an ounce. How insane is that? Look at that. Congrats to everybody who's been in. Congrats to everybody who's getting in. Somebody left a message saying, oh, I've hit 100 ounces of silver, nothing close to you. 100 ounces of silver puts you ahead of 99% of the Earth's population. And what do you think happens if just 1% of people want to get into gold and silver? It's going to the moon with Dogecoin. No, I'm kidding. But Dogecoin is literally going to the moon. So I did buy some Dogecoin. I sold at the top, bought the dip. I'm trying to ride it back up. So I'm hoping when Elon Musk launches the rocket to the moon, it goes up again. But again, small position, totally speculative. When I play with cryptos, I feel like I'm at a casino and I pretend I'm at a casino. And I feel like that's the right methodology to have there. Oh, look at this. GM Bullion, free shipping. Look what... It knows what I want. Silver and emergency food. Ah, they're tracking me. You guys look, not even cryptos and we're being tracked like crazy. Imagine if it's a federal cryptocurrency, how insane that control can be. Anyways, guys, I digress. Again, please, please, please like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me a lot. And I guess I'll say, catch you on the next one. One stacker on a journey to find silver. International stack.